some kind of failure or incident in production, and you needed to understand it,
Yeah. So
how how does that work?
there is one important or thing that something that I mentioned at the beginning. So we need to think a lot in advance, much more than any other
Okay.
industry, right? So
Right.
if you're in the food industry, for instance, you want to order food, and then you get delivery, you go to your app,
Mm.
and probably in this kind of system, you could dig into the server, you can dig into the logs directly and
Mm.
try to understand what's happening. Here we need to
Mm.
be able to replicate things in a different places, right?
Okay.
We can still track the logs, but we cannot access them directly. So we can get alert, for instance.
Right.
If something is happening, we can get alerts. That's
Okay.
fine. But me as a developer or me as a tester, I cannot uh, access the logging systems. Uh,
Right.
that's simply not possible because the regulations also say that uh, access to production environments is very limited.
Mhm.
So it needs to be approved. So whoever needs to dig into the production environment needs to get approvals for that, because a very important attribute in software development in financial institution is traceability. So you need to be able to trace all the things. So what is going,
Mm.
who is doing what, and that's
Yeah.
what auditing means. So if it for
Yeah.
there is a it's very common to do a database auditing. What's happening in the database? Who is doing what? Who is writing
Mhm.
where? Who is having access? Not only talking about regulation, but also talking about which system is writing in which place. How to trace it? If the issue is happening, let's try to reproduce it in another environment, because we should be able to do that.
Right.
If
Right.
we're not able to do that, then probably we did not design the software very well. We did not implement the software as it's supposed to be, because we are not able to replicate the behavior. So this is
Okay.
what actually connects us to Agile. Implement this earlier, try to mitigate during the implementation and not in the auditing phase or not in the customer phase.
Okay.
So deliver
Okay.
everything together, because only then it brings the value to both the customers, it makes
Right.
auditors happy, and it makes us also um, not happy, but it makes our life easier to work with such software.